Welcome back, everybody. It's the voice of Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, founder, and president of the ONYXCON Foundation. And today we talking LAUFEY God of War. We're going through the trailer. I'm skipping around, but I want to talk over some of my favorite parts of the trailer, the gameplay trailer. If you have not seen it in its entirety, give yourself a treat. Take a look. I mean, you're looking at pieces of it right now, and I can promise you it's amazing. And the first thing I must say is, here we go, because we've all been waiting for this. Here it comes. Here it comes. Did y'all see that? Here we go. Play that again. Give it to him. Give it to him again. Let him understand why this is exciting. Ooh, look at the ups. Double up. Oh, with the twist. Oh my gosh. We can jump again. we can jump again, y'all. Y'all know how serious that is. Anybody who played the game, anybody who's played the more recent Viking lore God of War games knows, oh my gosh, they took away jumping and everybody was pissed. Well, we're getting jumping back. They heard us. They're not playing with it. Hey, give it to Santa Monica, man. At least they listen to their fans, in some ways. They still do their creative, license as they should, as any creative group does. If you're an artist, you do your vision, but at least they're listening to the fans about the kind of gameplay that we want. And this right here, I mean, you're talking Devil May Cry level fighting. And then this world, okay? By now you probably know. There's no spoilers here. Everybody's talking about it. You're basically in an afterlife for gods of various cultures in a realm where they all coexist, or try to, because there's obviously still conflicts. And I loved it. I mean, as soon as I saw this, I honestly thought of some of the ways that Mortal Kombat recent games look, because they do a lot of that in Mortal Kombat. They mix a lot of cultural elements, even though a primary source of most of what you get in Mortal Kombat is coming out of various Asian cultures. There's a mix. There's still an homage to a lot of different cultures from all over the world. So the same is happening here, but get a load of this. Now, you see the guards that are holding Faye. But then this this beast of beasts comes down. Man, I said, damn, what? This is when I knew this game was going to be totally different. Because I said, oh, we going to Asia with it? We going to Tibet with it? I saw the skulls on his crown, headpiece, his formation, and the fire just constantly burning, and the teeth in that formation. I was like, oh yeah, that's totally Asian now. Which specific culture are we dealing with, though? That's all I kept asking when I was looking at this. Then I look at the guards, and I'm like, okay, the mask remind me of some Roman mask, some Greek. Man, I'm just talking about just the face part. And then the armor's there. And then my girl walks out here, and I said, what the? Oh, we done went to Egypt. Oh, and she got locks? Wait a minute. What's going on here? We got locks? What we doing with locks? But see, what bothered me, I'm going to be real, as beautiful as both of them look, don't get me wrong. They look amazing. But here's when y'all who don't understand the word woke need to get out. You probably ought to leave the video now. You're gonna get sick to your stomach because you're still asleep. The opposite of woke is sleep. So, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. But if you're here for some edutainment, okay, that's Sekhmet. Okay? That's her name. They said it in one part of it, I think. And I looked it up, and he's a god from Tibetan lore, just like I said. Okay? So get into that research on your own time. But I was concerned about this because they're the villains. Okay? And I'm sorry. It's not that I have any problem with juxtaposing cultural elements. There is a level of a higher educated audience that can handle that. I personally feel like most people who, as much as they love these games and love a lot of video games, it's not that the entire video gaming community are a bunch of imbeciles. Hell no, some of the most intelligent people in the world. But there are those people that are even smart, but are not smart in certain categories. They may be smart about something. Example, and I'm trying to say this without trying to point it towards somebody's channel and dog somebody out, because the brother has a funny channel, and I'm not going to say any names, but I was watching another person do his interpretation of this. And the first thing he said when they walked into this world, he said, "Oh man, we got other worlds. We got other gods from other places all over the world. Oh man, oh that's it." You know, he knew that she was Egyptian. I was like that he at least knew that. But the first thing he said when he just saw, before they showed up, the two main bosses, he said, "Is this Aztec?" And I thought, oh my gosh. Not that there's nothing whatsoever at all that could have been influenced by Aztec. But me being a visual artist, me being a concept artist myself, that's the last group I thought of. Respectfully, I love Aztec art, but I didn't see motifs that reminded me of Aztec art. And the fact that he thought that immediately told me, see, this is why I don't think people are ready for this level of fantasy. Because we're in a world where people are, you got some people who know the truth and still bend the truth about what came from what, who did what first, what groups of people were before other groups of people in their artistry, in their existence, in everything. And it's a human family no matter what. But there's a problem when people can't even acknowledge that, yo, you have great-great-grandmother, great-great-grandfather, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great, all the way back to Africa. I don't care who you're talking about. So when the key villain is of Egyptian, aka Kemet, K-E-M-E-T, the original name for the land of Egypt, Kemet. She's of Kemet descent. She's supposed to represent Kemet. I'm like, yeah, but she's the villain. And then you got the Norse goddess. Okay, like I say, are we truly in America anyway, right now in this time in history, mature enough to respect what's going on here? Now me, I can just play the game, know that I'm looking at a hodgepodge of a lot of stuff going on. But other people who are literally on some, self-loathing, sad mental issues of thinking that they have to constantly combat the rest of the human family and be number one and not acknowledge that you are part of a family and don't want to be family, want to be superior. They're into this supremacist mindset. I don't think they're ready. And it's not going to change nothing that they're not ready. You got people mad that there's a female protagonist and were mad that Kratos was just an illusion in the trailer. You literally have people mad about that. You have sexist men that cannot stand the idea of playing hours of an amazing fantasy game if they have to assume the role of a woman. They are mad about that. Can you believe how ridiculous that is in 2026? That's the kind of, like I said, are the majority or enough of the audience mature enough for this level of fantasy? There's levels, people, to fantasy. Yeah, I skipped right forward because I wanted to get to some other parts to talk about. Like I said, going back to the fighting, going back to the color, the texture, the graphics, it's amazing already. You're talking about a win. We already know this is going to be a win. But I am having some issues knowing how memes get started and people make little stupid jokes about stuff and they don't even know what the hell they're talking about when there's cultural stuff involved. So can you imagine the memes and the inappropriate appropriations and I could just only go on and on. And we've only seen two main characters from different cultural groups besides the Norse mythology that has been the main focus of the last two games with Ragnarok and the first one. But now that you're saying that this is a realm where all the gods retire, so to speak, and all the goddesses and all the spiritual, there's, in most Western interpretations of Kemet, they don't even give proper or exact understanding or respect enough of peoples who are actually from the continent of Africa, who are Africans. You got people debating if Africans were ever even people who could have been considered within the construct, because it is a construct, if they were ever even black. You got people who are, so can you imagine the level of stupid shit? Y'all feel me by now. My real ones understand what I'm saying. And so that's the only thing I'm really most concerned about while I'm still looking forward to playing the game. I haven't even played Ragnarok yet, but I've seen a lot of clips from it, and I know I got to play it eventually, and I've definitely enjoyed the first one. It's going to be an epic game. It's going to be a great experience. But I really hope people, even through the fantasy, dig in some history books and learn where these things come from. That's more or less what I wanted to share with y'all. Hit the comments respectfully. And like I said, if you sleep, stay sleep. Because over here, we true woke. ONYXCON. It's a lifestyle. Peace.